Is NHRA drag racing dying? The truth behind its decline and 2026 comeback. The sound of a top-fuel dragster is unlike anything else in motorsports. It doesn't just echo. It shakes the ground, rattles your chest, and leaves a memory that sticks for life. For decades, that feeling has defined the National Hot Rod Association. But recently, a different kind of noise has been growing louder. Questions, concerns, and even doubts about the future of the sport. A viral YouTube video released in late 2025 sparked a serious conversation. Titled, "Is this the end of NH drag racing?" It didn't just chase views, it tapped into real concerns shared by fans, racers, and insiders. With tens of thousands of views and heated discussions across forums and podcasts, it became clear that something deeper was happening. Now, as the NHRA celebrates its 75th anniversary in 2026, the sport stands at a crossroads. This is not the end, but it is a moment of truth. The legacy that built a sport, drag racing, has always been about extremes. Extreme speed, extreme power, extreme risk. Events like the NHRA U.S. Nationals and the finals at Auto Club Raceway at Pomona have long drawn passionate crowds who live for that split-second blast down the strip. For many fans, this wasn't just entertainment. It was tradition. Families spent weekends at local tracks. Kids grew up dreaming of building engines, chasing speed, and maybe one day sitting behind the wheel. And then there were the icons. No name stands taller than John Force. A 16-time champion, Force wasn't just a driver. He was the face of the sport. His personality, energy, and storytelling made drag racing feel alive even beyond the track. But as time moves forward, even the strongest legacies face change. A changing audience in a digital world. One of the biggest challenges facing drag racing today isn't on the track. It's in the audience. The core fan base is aging. Many longtime supporters are now in their 40s, 50s, or older. Meanwhile, younger generations are growing up in a completely different world. Entertainment today is fast, digital, and always available. Short-form content dominates attention spans. Platforms like TikTok and YouTube deliver instant excitement in seconds. Compared to that, spending a full day at a drag strip, waiting between runs that last just a few seconds, can feel like a hard sell. This shift isn't unique to drag racing, but it hits especially hard here. The sport depends on emotional connection, tradition, and live experience. Without new fans stepping in, that chain begins to weaken. The loss of star power. Every sport needs its stars, and drag racing has lost some of its brightest. After a series in 2024, John Force stepped away from full-time racing. Soon after, his daughter Brittany Force also made the decision to step back and focus on family life. These weren't just retirements. They were emotional turning points. Fans didn't just watch them race. They followed their journeys, their rivalries, and their stories. New talents like Austin Prock are rising, bringing skill and determination. But building a connection with fans takes time. Star power isn't just about winning. It's about storytelling, personality, and presence. Right now, that connection is still rebuilding. The cost of speed. Behind the scenes, another challenge continues to grow: money. Running a competitive drag racing team is incredibly expensive. From engines to travel, costs keep rising. At the same time, attending events has become more costly for fans. Tickets, parking, food, it all adds up. For families or casual viewers, it's no longer a simple weekend plan. Sponsorship has also shifted. Companies that once invested heavily in the sport have pulled back, including major names like Toyota. Economic uncertainty and changing marketing strategies have made sponsorship harder to secure. Without strong financial backing, both teams and the organization feel the pressure. A sport caught behind in media. In today's world, visibility is everything, and this is where drag racing struggles the most. While other motorsports have embraced digital storytelling, NHRA has been slower to adapt. Its online presence remains relatively small compared to global series. Broadcasts often appear on channels like FS1, which lack the reach of major primetime networks. Compare that to Formula One, which saw massive growth thanks to streaming exposure and storytelling. The difference is clear. Modern fans want more than races. They want stories, access, and connection. Without strong digital engagement, even the most exciting sport can fade from everyday conversation. Signs of struggle and signs of hope. The 2025 season was a mixed one. Weather disruptions, including the cancellation of the season finals, created frustration. Championships were decided without final runs, leaving fans disappointed. Yet, 2026 brings a different energy. The NHRA's 75th anniversary is more than just a celebration. It's an opportunity. A full calendar of events, new drivers, and fresh partnerships signal a willingness to evolve. Crowds still show up in strong numbers at major venues. The passion hasn't disappeared. It's just waiting to be reignited. At the same time, competition from organizations like International Hot Rod Association adds pressure. Some fans see alternatives as more affordable and accessible. That competition could either hurt NHRA or push it to improve. What needs to change? If drag racing is going to thrive in the future, it must adapt without losing its soul. The path forward is clear, even if it isn't easy. The sport needs to invest in younger audiences. That means school programs, entry-level racing opportunities, and interactive experiences that connect with how kids engage today. Affordability must be addressed. Flexible ticket pricing, family packages, and improved facilities can make events more welcoming. Digital transformation is critical. Short-form videos, behind-the-scenes content, and engaging storytelling can bring the sport back into daily conversations. Most importantly, new stars must be built. Fans need heroes, rivalries, and personalities they can follow week after week. Not the end, a turning point. Drag racing is not dying, but it is changing. Every major sport faces moments like this. The ones that survive are the ones that listen, adapt, and evolve. The NHRA has something many sports would envy: a rich history, a loyal fan base, and an experience that cannot be replicated. That raw, heart-pounding launch, that instant where everything goes silent and then explodes into motion, that feeling still matters. The question isn't whether drag racing will survive. It's how it will transform. As 2026 unfolds, one thing is certain. The track is still open, the engines are still roaring, and the next chapter is waiting to be written. As the engines fire up for the next race, the future of drag racing depends on more than just speed. It depends on connection, innovation, and the willingness to evolve without losing its roots. Fans, teams, and organizers all play a role in shaping what comes next. If the sport can embrace change while honoring its legacy, it can attract a new generation of supporters. The roar of the crowd, the smell of fuel, and the thrill of competition still have power. Drag racing's story is far from over. It's simply entering a new and unpredictable era full of opportunity.